I want to thank all of the students here, the smart, powerful, creative, accomplished young women of Mulberry School for Girls. You all are beautiful, and your welcome was touching. And maybe you read the news and hear what folks are saying about your religion, and you wonder if people will ever see beyond your headscarf to who you really are, instead of being blinded by the fears and misperceptions in their own minds. And I know how painful and how frustrating all of that can be. I know how angry and exhausted it can make you feel. But here's the thing. With an education from this amazing school, you all have everything you need to rise above all of the noise and fulfill every last one of your dreams.
Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? Because I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room. I rise. I rise.
Maybe you look at the leaders in your businesses and laboratories and government and wonder whether there's a place for someone like you. Maybe you've heard about the kinds of tutors and prep courses and other advantages that wealthier students can afford, and you wonder how you ever will compete. Maybe you feel like no one's paying attention to you, like you're lost in the shuffle at home or in this huge city. And you wonder whether it's worth it to even aspire to be something great. Now, I imagine that some of you might be wondering, well, why would the First Lady of the United States come here to Tower Hamlets? Why would she choose this community and this school when she could be anywhere in the city or in this entire country? And the answer is simple. I'm here because of you. I may come from a country that's an ocean away, but in so many ways, your story is my story. For those of you who may not know much about my background, I grew up in a working class neighborhood on the south side of Chicago, a neighborhood a lot like this one. See, back then, I didn't know what my future held. I didn't know that I'd be accepted to a top university. I didn't know that I'd go on to get a law degree and become an NGO director and a hospital executive and eventually First Lady of the United States. Those kinds of achievements seemed totally out of reach when I was your age. But here's the thing. With an education from this amazing school, you all have everything you need to rise above all of the noise and fulfill every last one of your dreams. And it is so important that you do that, not just for yourselves, but for all of us. Because you all have a unique perspective. You have a unique voice to add to the conversation. You know what it's like when a family struggles to make ends meet. You know what it's like to be overlooked and underestimated because of who you are or what you believe in or where you come from. And the world needs more girls like you growing up to lead our parliaments and our boardrooms and our courtrooms and our universities. We need you. We need people like you tackling the pressing problems we face: climate change and poverty, violent extremism, disease. And while all of that might sound a little daunting, I just want you to remember that you don't have to do this alone. We want to make sure that every door is open to girls like you, and not just here in England, and not just in America, but in every corner of the globe.